Special Edition.
Hello, good evening, namaskar. You're watching the News Hour. I'm Shreya Upadhyaya. On debate number 1 tonight, we will be talking about the monsoon session. The opposition might be united in demanding answers from the government, but are they united within their own bloc? We're going to be questioning that tonight. On debate number 2, we'll be talking about China and how Rahul Gandhi has been apparently speaking their language. Let's first start with what has been happening ahead of the monsoon session of the parliament. We're just hours away, viewers, from the monsoon session of the parliament, where one would have expected the opposition to unite to corner the N.D.A on a multitude of issues, be it Operation Sindoor, Trump's claims of a ceasefire, or even about jobs and unemployment. But what we witnessed in the opposition camp over the last few hours doesn't seem to paint a good picture for the India bloc. Over the last 48 hours, the India bloc seems to be unraveling. In the run-up to the crucial assembly polls on the cards, that Kejriwal's Aadmi party has declared that they are no longer a part of the India bloc. Then you had the Shiv Sena UBT chief, Uddhav Thackeray, admitting to differences within the Mahavikas Aghadi, which is, remember, the opposition alliance in Maharashtra. The former CM has said that internal tussles led to MVA's loss in the assembly elections, and if such mistakes are repeated, then there is no point of an alliance. Then you had the left, now taking it a step further. They say that Rahul Gandhi is an immature leader and has urged the Congress party's senior leaders to speak with him and urge him to act in a more mature manner. In fact, the CPI has said that the nation expects a lot more from Rahul Gandhi than the immature statements that he has had a penchant for making. But will Rahul Gandhi take this advice seriously, and can the India bloc get its act together in time to make sure that they ask the questions to the centre and get the appropriate answers from the government? Let me get in my guests on the show. Shehzad Poonawala, BJP's national spokesperson, is joining us. Rajat Sethi, author and economist. Advocate Nikhil Jain, political analyst, also joins us, as well as Advocate Anmol Pawar, Aam Aadmi Party national spokesperson, also is joining us on the News Hour. Good evening and namaskar to all of you gentlemen. Before I come to you, let us play out that bite that has come in from the opposition camp ahead of the monsoon session.
देखिए, आम आदमी पार्टी का जहां तक प्रश्न है, हमने स्पष्ट किया अपनी स्थिति कि इंडिया गठबंधन जो था वो लोकसभा चुनाव के लिए था। उसके बाद हरियाणा हम अकेले लड़े, दिल्ली हम अकेले लड़े, बिहार का चुनाव अकेले लड़ने जा रहे हैं, और 2 बाई इलेक्शन हुआ, एक गुजरात में और एक पंजाब में, दोनों बाई इलेक्शन हम अलग अलग लड़े। तो आम आदमी पार्टी इंडिया गठबंधन का हिस्सा नहीं है.
आम्ही महाविकास आघाडी म्हणून पहिल्या प्रथम निवडणूक लढलो ती लोकसभा. त्याच्यामुळे ठीक आहे, आम्ही म्हणजे शिवसेनेने सुद्धा काही वेळेला 4-4 वेळा 5-5 वेळा जिंकलेले मतदारसंघ आपल्याला जिंकायचंय म्हणून सोडून दिले. लोकसभेच्या वेळेला महाविकास आघाडी आणि सगळे नेत्यांपासून कार्यकर्त्यांपर्यंत अरे ठीक आहे तू आपल्याला जिंकायचंय, हे आपलेपण होता. विधानसभेला नाही मला जिंकायचंय, हा आपल्यातून मीपणा जेव्हा आला तेव्हा पराभव आला.
Rahul Gandhi, being the leader of the India Alliance movement, should show some amount of maturity. His statement was quite irresponsible. The CPM and the CPI, all left parties deplore the same, because no sensible man can compare RSS with left parties.
So that has been the opposition stand ahead of the monsoon session. Nikhil Jain, let me begin with you. The Aam Aadmi Party has quit the India bloc. They are saying that that was only for the Lok Sabha elections. The left is urging Rahul Gandhi to act in a more mature way. How do you expect to be united and question the government in the monsoon session of the parliament when clearly your own opposition unity is in tatters?
So the thing is that the India Alliance was an alliance that was primarily made for the Lok Sabha elections. It carried on during the parliament sessions to counter the government, the union government and the Narendra Modi government on the important issues. But fact of the matter is that the alliance in all has over 240 MPs. The Congress party alone has about 99 to 100 MPs. So an Aam Aadmi Party with its 3-4 MPs exiting the alliance, or a CPI-M having some differences with the Congress party, who frankly also don't have a lot of numbers. I don't think they have MPs even in the double digits is not really going to weaken the opposition alliance. The most important partners of the opposition alliance, the fiercest voices, are the Congress party and the Samajwadi party, both of whom have good numbers in the parliament and have leaders who have a much larger ring than the CPM does or anybody from Aam Aadmi party does. The government
really
will be put to dock during the monsoon session of the parliament. Important questions will be asked,
or also sending out a message.
No, if it isn't just about the numbers, then what's the difference between the BJP and the Congress? The BJP is in power because they have more numbers. The Congress is the most important party of the opposition because they have the numbers. At the end of the day, it is the numbers that matter. And of course, the charisma of the individual leader of the party, which in this case, Rahul Gandhi is undeniably the tallest, strongest leader of the opposition across the country. So I don't think the India bloc, would suffer much of a damage. I think the more important issue to be discussing right now is will the government answer on the important questions of Manipur, Operation Sindoor, Pahalgam terror attacks, and the SIR process that is taking place in Bihar, and what is the government's view on it? The Election Commission is doing it, but what is the government's view on it? I think these are the important questions we should be talking.
Okay, before I get in Shehzad to respond to you, let me also get in Advocate Anmol Pawar. Anmol Pawar, you want to weigh in on how the opposition has been unraveling ahead of the monsoon session, whether it's just about numbers. Yes, numbers matter, but is it just about that? Because clearly the message you're sending across is the fact that you're not united, and Aam Aadmi Party, of course, has made it clear.
Shreya ji, we have been very clear about it that the I.N.D.I.A Alliance was for Lok Sabha election. And more than opposition unity, it's about the 140 crore people of this country and the questions which they are asking. The Bharatiya Janata Party, we know, doesn't believe in debate and discussion. That's why the country's Prime Minister regularly appears on a radio show to deliver his Man Ki Baat, but disappears the moment people of this country ask their Man Ki Baat. And they know exactly what the questions are. With the monsoon session beginning tomorrow, they can respond to them. They have a golden opportunity, but we can do a litmus test just now. We have the BJP national spokesperson here. He can tell us that when Modi ji before the Delhi Assembly elections said, "Jahan jhuggi wahan makan," then why is it that today, "Jahan jhuggi wahan maidan mein" ye nara tabdeel ho gaya? Why is it that more than 40 lakh migrant workers from Bihar and Uttar Pradesh who were settled here since last 4 decades have been rendered homeless? Unki jhuggiyon ko jo hai aapne tod diya, unka आशियाना छीन लिया. What about those 4 terrorists who have not been caught till date? The 26 families are waiting for justice. Who has been held accountable for that dastardly terror attack in Pahalgam?
Okay, let's
In Punjab mayor elections, you stole the in Punjab. Just a second. In Punjab mayoral polls, you were caught red-handed stealing the elections. The Honorable Supreme Court acknowledged it. In Delhi, you were caught manipulating voter rolls in New Delhi Assembly constituency. And in Bihar also, you are doing electoral scam. Because from June 2024 till January 2025, this special intensive revision exercise took place. Then what was the sudden urgency? Kya zarat pad gayi?
ठीक है. Okay, let Shehzad respond to you, Advocate Anmol Pawar. Shehzad, go ahead, respond to Nikhil Jain as well as Anmol Pawar.
The only thing is that, I hear everybody patiently, and the way a debate is conducted is that the other side doesn't butt in till the time I finish my points, so they can extend the same courtesy. First of all, let me tell it with all seriousness that there are more splits in I.N.D.I.A Alliance than in a Coldplay concert. Uddhav ne talaq de diya hai almost. You have seen talaq given by Aam Aadmi Party. Till yesterday they were hum saath saath hai. Now they are hum aapke hai kaun. And there is also the statement given by the left leader who has said that Rahul Gandhi is immature and he makes senseless statements. And this is not the first time. The last session also, Rahul Gandhi was taking up one issue and the entire opposition bloc was against him. They were saying that Sambhal is an issue for us. In fact, RJD, in fact, Tejasvi Yadav, Lalu Yadav, Samajwadi parties, Ram Gopal Yadav, Mamata Banerjee, all of them said that remove Rahul Gandhi as LOP. It was a no confidence motion for him then also. 90 elections, no confidence motion by the people, and now also by his allies. And Mr. Nikhil Jain is a very honest man. He has said that it is all about the numbers. No, alliances are about Niti and Niyat. And therefore you see that whether it is NDA with 303 of the BJP or it is NDA with 240 of the BJP, the NDA still has a mandate, it has an agenda, and it delivers on good governance, and therefore its government is repeated in 70 18 states and in 3 times in the government in the center. But look at these people. Where is I.N.D.I.A Alliance? No mission, no vision, only commission, corruption. There is no I.N.D.I.A Alliance in Bengal. There is no I.N.D.I.A Alliance in Kerala. No I.N.D.I.A Alliance in Punjab. No I.N.D.I.A Alliance in Haryana. In Uttar Pradesh, Samajwadi Party does not give them bipole tickets. In Bihar, they are not able to come on any kind of agreement. We are seeing what is happening in Maharashtra. So this is the status of I.N.D.I.A Alliance. No mission, no vision, only commission, corruption and apna ambition. Now coming to the issues in parliament. Shreya, you are covering for the TV channel for so much time. In 2018-19, these people used to demand price rise per charcha ho. We said, come, let's debate price rise. They went on to Rafale. Supreme Court gave the verdict on Rafale. They did not believe. Then we said that let's have a debate on price rise. You want to do price rise debate? Then they went on to Pegasus. Pegasus, the Supreme Court gave a judgment. They did not believe. Then they went on to Hindenburg. Hindenburg, Supreme Court gave a judgment. They did not believe. They held Parliament hostage. Okay. So their agenda is never discussion, it's disruption. It is never consensus, it's confrontation. And the issues raised by Mr. Pawarji, these are issues of the Delhi Assembly, but you are free to raise them in Rajya Sabha. But I want to ask you, since you are the poster boy of delivery, what happened to the 1,000 rupees per woman in Punjab? What happened to Nasha Mukt Punjab? मजीठिया के सामने तो गिड़गिड़ा रहे थे केजरीवाल जी. एंड व्हाट हैपेंड टू हम बड़ा गाड़ी नहीं लेंगे, बड़ा बंगला नहीं लेंगे. एंड व्हाट हैपेंड टू पाठशाला के बदले मधुशाला. सो दिस इज नॉट अबाउट द लोकल इश्यूज ऑफ दिल्ली. द इश्यूज आर दैट कैन द कांग्रेस पार्टी बी यूनाइटेड विद इट्स ओन सेल्फ. एंड बाय द वे, even Shashi Tharoor and Congress are not united. Even Karnataka Congress is not united. See what is happening between Shiv Kumar and Siddaramaiah. Okay. So it's not just the allies, it is Congress itself which is in split.
Okay, Nikhil, go ahead.
Quite a lot of points my friend Shahzad made. I did not interject. I expect he is not going to interject either. So he talks about the unity in the opposition alliance. What about the fact that Chirag Paswan of the LJP, who is a union minister in the Modi government, is talking about contesting all 243 seats in Bihar, while GDU and BJP are also going to contest? He talks about the differences in the I.N.D.I.A Alliance. What about the fact that there was an announcement, or there were news reports that there will be free electricity in the state of Bihar up to a certain extent, and Samrat Chaudhary, the BJP deputy chief minister, who is also the finance minister of Bihar, his department gave a clarification. No, nothing like this. These are rumors. The next day at 8 in the morning, Nitish Kumar from his Twitter handle posts ki main free bijli diya down. The same Nitish Kumar who in February 2024 was saying free bijli or ye free sab dena ye to paap hai, this is wrong, and this is that. He talks about the conflicts between the views of I.N.D.I.A Alliance members. What about the fact that the Prime Minister in April 2024 said people who talk about caste census are urban Naxals, despite the fact that his own alliance partner Nitish Kumar had conducted a caste survey with the RJD in 2020, and the same Prime Minister in April 2025 brings up the topic of caste census when the nation was expecting him to act on the issue of the Pahalgam terror attacks. He says that in 2019, Supreme Court gave a judgment on Rafale. No, my friend, they did not give a judgment on Rafale. The opposition wanted a judicial probe into it. The Supreme Court declined to agree to that demand of the opposition, but there was no determination of the facts or an alleged scam in the Rafale issue by the Supreme Court. The same goes for the Hindenburg issue, wherein a committee was set up to look into it, and that committee is on record saying that the government of India, Modi government, is not cooperating with us when it comes to irregularities that allegedly committed, as is being claimed by Hindenburg. He talks about Shiv Kumar and Siddaramaiah. Shiv Kumar and Siddaramaiah are running a perfectly fine government.
Yeah, they're best buddies.
How you are unable to run the state of Bihar, and the way the city Delhi concert.
Actually, Chris Martin's camera was on them. No, I agree. Shiv Kumar and Siddaramaiah are like the couple in the Chris Martin concert. I agree with you. They are completely together, sir. Have you seen more unity? Gehlot and Pilot were more united than them. That's the only example. Or maybe Pratibha Singh and Sukhu. That's the only unity you can talk of.
Let me get in Rajat Sethi into this. Rajat, what do you make of it? I will come back to you, Nikhil, and Advocate Power, I will give you time to rebut. Let me get in Rajat Sethi into this debate. Rajat, go ahead.
See, Shreya, this, in my opinion, this entire I.N.D.I.A Alliance was a case of a stillborn case.
Yes, very good.
It was dead on arrival.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. Well, if you only want to associate with the common greedy interest of just coming into power by any means, sans ideology, this is the fate that is going to happen. Where is that common underlying philosophy other than hate Modi, other than hate BJP? Where is that constructive agenda? Parliament sessions are coming and going. We've seen now over 10, 11 years, it is the same jaded nonsense that we get from opposition over and over and over again, packaged in different forms. There is no constructive agenda that collectively all of these leaders have been able to give. This is the reason why Aam Aadmi Party is where it is right now. This is the reason where Congress Party is where it is right now. And they'll continue to do that if they do not flip the narrative, which they're incapable of. And flipping the narrative would entail that you at least have to be nationalist first. You need, look at Rahul Gandhi's tweet right before the parliament session. Trump said 5 jets failed. His interpretation is Indian 5 jets failed. You know, this is a DNA problem. This is a construct problem. When you are reading, if there is a sad news, you will automatically read as if Indian jets have fallen. Why does this sadistic pleasure that is being drawn out by our leader of opposition, it follows that same trend over and over again? And this is what gets out to the common people, common voters like us. Because we see through. We see that these people are attached to the hip only and only for political reasons, only for grabbing power by one means or the other. Means there is absolutely no national interest in any of their minds.
But
and
look,
this doubt, this degrees of doubt.
Nikhil is arguing that they have the numbers, and that's what at the end of the day matters in the parliament.
What numbers? What numbers?
Phone numbers. They are phone numbers. The numbers that nobody picks up.
On.
Rahul Gandhi calls on the phone, nobody picks his call up. I mean, which Lala land are you living in, Nikhil Jain? Please ask, is Mamata Banerjee accepting Rahul as LOP? Has Lalu Prasad Yadav accepted him as LOP? आपने फोन किया था last time कि अडानी के protest में आ जाना. कोई नहीं आया. All of them went to the Sambal protest. And you are saying you have numbers? What numbers do you have? Which land are you in?
Can I answer?
Nikhil, go ahead. Respond.
Shreya, can I answer, please?
Yes.
Mamata Banerjee is not accepting Rahul Gandhi as the LOP. I don't quite understand what Shehzad Poonawala is saying. Rahul Gandhi is the leader of opposition in the Lok Sabha. It is by the fact that the Congress has more than 10% members in the Lok Sabha. She may or may not accept him as the LOP, but he is the LOP. You may or may not, I may or may not accept the Narendra Modi as the Prime Minister, but he is the Prime Minister. Let's not make juvenile arguments. So far as Rajat Sethi's points were concerned about the India alliance and it being a stillborn baby, and I don't know why does he have to bring the DNA of a Parsi and a Kashmiri Pandit LOP into all of this. But the point is that the India alliance was made on a common minimum program and a common idea of India, an idea of India where India is a secular country where social welfare is kosher and the responsibility of the state, and not something which is a reverie or some sort of a dole that is given out by the Prime Minister or only his party for winning elections. It is something that is the responsibility of the state. Secularism, where people from a particular marginalized community are not persecuted by the state. These were the common minimum programs which continue. My
Nikhil,
good friend
Shehzad,
from the
I'll give you
Aam Aadmi
time.
Party, he may not be with us right now, but he's still talking about the important issues of Operation Sindoor, and that is what we made the alliance for.
Nikhil, I absolutely consider everything that you said, but what would you like to say to the left in Kerala who has urged Rahul Gandhi to act in a quote-unquote mature way?
Shreya, see, the fact is that CPIM and the Congress Party are opposing parties in the state. They are together in an alliance at the union level. Of course, you will have instances where Congress leaders are going to make statements against CPI leaders. CPI leaders are going to make statements about Congress leaders. And that is how it is. And this is not something new that we are seeing. This is something that's existed for many, many years. The CPI was part of the UPA government while the Congress had the Prime Minister. But at the same time, they were opposing in the state of Kerala even back then. And I think that's
intervention.
Okay, let Shehzad respond.
Nikhil, in the words of Gen Z, which is the generation after us, it's called friendship with benefits. मतलब कि केरला में कुश्ती और दिल्ली में आके मस्ती. It is called that. It is not called a relationship, which is something that millennials believe. Anyways, secularism. Uddhav Sena says Muslims should not have voting rights. Secular party. Sir, I did not interrupt you. I did not interrupt you, Nikhil. Let me complete my speech. Nikhil, this is not fair. Even I will interrupt you. I'm in the studio. You said that one of the foundations of the alliance is secularism. Uddhav Sena, Sanjay Raut says that Muslims' voting rights should be revoked. You have the Muslim League of Kerala with you. The left says that you are a part and parcel of the Jamaat alliance in Kerala, and you have a gentleman called Furfura Sharif in your alliance in West Bengal. And you are telling you are having the badge of secularism, and you are going to take MIM in Bihar with you. You are secular. From which angle?
Go ahead, Nikhil.
First of all, whoever said that the AIMI Yeah, first of all, whoever said that the AIMIM and the Congress party are allying in the state of Bihar, I don't know. Shahzad must
not
know.
denied it.
His party is tapping everybody's phone. Secondly, AIMIM is the same party jiske liye Shahzad and every BJP spokesperson was going gaga when he was one of the people who could represent India's view properly during the delegations, which all the BJP MPs that were sent failed to do. Thirdly, he talks about Shiv Sena Uddhav Thackeray faction, wherein a certain statement was made by a certain MP of the party. Yes, they are a party that goes with a Hindu first ideology, but they are not a party that talks about persecuting the Muslims, unlike
They said
the BJP,
Muslims voting rights should be revoked.
Your MLA MP candidates have abused.
They said Muslim voting rights should be revoked.
He may have all sorts of. That was not the position. That was not the position of his party. That was not the position of his party.
Then whose position was he taking?
Even in a certain context, I don't agree
Then
with
remove
it.
him.
But
remove Sanjay Raut.
it was his own personal position. That is not
Achha,
the
personal
अच्छा,
position.
एक चीज बताइए, जब आपके नेता कहते हैं कि
Is
सारे
Ramesh
हिंदुओं को
Biduri allowed to have a
हथियार
personal position?
मैंने जब आपके नेता कहते हैं कि
नहीं,
सारे
रमेश
हिंदुओं
बिदुड़ी
को
position
हथियार
is
उठा
party
लेने चाहिए
position.
मुस्लिमों को काटने के लिए, क्या वो आपकी
नहीं,
पार्टी की
किसने बोला?
पोजीशन है?
किसने
नहीं,
बोला?
तो वो आपकी पार्टी पोजीशन है.
We have condemned it.
नहीं,
You
ये
condemned
राजा ने
Sanjay
नहीं
Raut.
बोला था.
Now
बीजेपी
condemn Sanjay Raut.
तेलंगाना MLA did he not say that Hindus
Condemn
in the
Sanjay Raut.
country should pick up arms against the Muslims?
Nikhil,
is that your party position?
Now let me articulate.
I don't really know what your party position is.
Nikhil, I heard you out. I heard you out, Nikhil. Nikhil, I heard you out. It has to be done one by one. You are saying that Sanjay Raut, who is the official spokesperson of Uddhav Sena, saying that Muslims voting rights should be revoked in an article he wrote for Samna, is not the position of the Uddhav Sena. Yet some MP who made some statement who has not been made an MP this time is our party position. I am asking you one thing. You are secular, na? Their official statement in the assembly is Babri ko 17 minute mein laat markar gira hai. Do you condemn it? Do you accept it?
Absolutely condemn it.
Then why are you in alliance with
condemn
them?
the fact that the Babri
Why are
Masjid
you in
was
alliance?
desecrated by a mob of vandals?
Then why are you in alliance?
Do you? No.
Bharat Thackeray said that
you asked me a question.
we had a hand in
Shahzad,
it.
you asked me a question. I gave you an answer. I am asking you the same courtesy.
Yeah. What are you asking?
Was the desecration of a religious structure by a mob of vandals wrong or right?
Okay, now
Was
I'm
the
answering the
desecration
question.
of Babri Masjid
Now I'm
wrong or
answering
right?
the question. I'm answering the question. I agree with Bharat Thackeray when he said that he is very proud that his Shiv Seniks broke the Babri. Now I agree with Bharat. Do you agree with Bharat?
Answer the question, my
I have
friend.
answered it. It's beyond your
Was the
comprehension.
desecration wrong or right?
I have answered it with Bharat
You haven't
words.
answered it, Shreya.
Are you
can see that
condemning
he's
Bharat
running away from the
Thackeray?
question.
Shehzad and
He's running
Nikhil,
away
you've
from the
had your
question.
time in countering each other. Let me get in Anmol Power as well. Advocate Anmol Power, you know, the moot question still remains unanswered. The fact is that the opposition bloc clearly isn't based on ideologies, something that differs with each party. Your party, of course, has completely quit the bloc. And how do you then therefore plan to move ahead? Because obviously in the monsoon session, the opposition will want answers. They will need the numbers and they will demand answers to questions that the entire India bloc would want. But if you are not part of the opposition bloc, how do you plan to move ahead?
Shreyaji, the moot questions are the ones which affects the life of common man. We are discussing everything on earth instead of the common man's issue. The Bharatiya Janata Party spokesperson said that we have government in 20 states. I asked him several questions, but he didn't answer a single question because dodging questions is their forte. Despite having governments, double-engine governments in 20 states, they have failed to deliver even basic amenities of life to the people. And we as opposition are not asking for any favors. We are demanding accountability. What an unbelievable argument he made कि दिल्ली में अगर झुग्गियां टूट रही हैं, 40 लाख लोग बेघर हो रहे हैं, तो वो दिल्ली का मुद्दा है, वो देश का मुद्दा नहीं है. Sitting in national capital, debating in national capital and rendering 40 lakh migrants from Bihar and Uttar Pradesh homeless and then labeling them as Rohingyas and Bangladeshi.
Anmol Pawar, that
They
still
are making
doesn't
an
answer
argument
my
कि भाई साहब ये
question.
दिल्ली का
I'd
मुद्दा
asked
है,
you
इसे
something
असेंबली में बहस
completely
करना
different.
शर्म नहीं आती कहते हुए.
Suniye.
Mr. Pawar, I don't need certificates from a party whose only job was to give one pay, one free. I don't need certificates from a party whose leader comes out and says that Ghana, Bhana and makes fun of names of countries.
And
I don't need certificates from a party whose chief minister has been called by the Congress as unavailable after 8 p.m. I don't need certificates from you, boss. Please mind your language and your tenor of speaking. Mr. Pawar, there is nobody as obnoxious as you who comes here and patronizes others. I am not here to take your patronizing talk. Boss, please keep your patronizing attitude to yourself.
Listen, all of you,
First of all, let me tell this gentleman, 1 second. Uttar Pradesh, now you have to give me a chance without interrupting and stop screaming. Your only thing is that you start screaming and interrupting like a person who's out on his leash. You're a person without a leash. Stop it, and you have to allow me to speak, otherwise it's going to be impossible to speak to this.
Advocate Anmol Pawar and Shehzad, let's be civil on this debate. Let's not yell at each
Unless he
other.
keeps making these personalized comments, I don't respond to them, but now there's a limit to it. And I'll speak, he can hear, for a change. By the way, Mr. Aman, stop screaming like a person who needs treatment.
Anmol Pawar.
But you don't see.
Okay,
Can
you
you have
made your
the courtesy
point.
to hear?
You made your
You
point,
stop
Anmol
behaving
Pawar.
like an ill person.
I don't need to take
certificate
certificates from a party whose leader goes and loots the people of Punjab after getting kicked out of Delhi. Sorry. Okay, now let me complete. Thank you. This man has the gall to say this after his party loses and gets less than nota in Maharashtra, Uttarakhand, Uttar Pradesh, Himachal, Madhya Pradesh. In every election that they've contested minus Punjab and Delhi, they have got less than nota. And you are speaking to somebody who has repeated governments in Uttar Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Maharashtra, Goa, Gujarat, Tripura, Assam. Why are people repeating our governments if you are not delivering? And you are going to come and sit here in judgment over an entire population of people that are using elections to repeat us. And those who have deleted you in Delhi, you are coming and saying you're their voice.
Chalo, Shehzad, you've made your point.
चुनाव चोरी करना जानते हो केवल आप लोग
अब चुनाव चोरी हो गए अब इनको क्या बोला जाए पंजाब में बाइपोल चुनाव चोरी हुआ था या ठीक हुआ था
Okay, Shehzad and Anmol Pawar, you've made your points.
Bihar also in Bihar also you are doing the same electoral scam.
अच्छा
Chaliye, Rajat, go ahead. You wanted to make a point.
You know, I really appreciate that the Aam Aadmi Party spokesperson is so eager to table the voice of the common people in the parliament. Of course, he doesn't want to do that in Delhi Assembly, but in the parliament, who is going to table the voice? Half of those members of parliament are anyway working for the BJP there. One member of parliament, very dignified, talks about whether he wants to grow his moustache or not. That is the intellectual level or the concern of the common people. Okay, and are these members of parliament supposed to raise the voice of a common man in the parliament? One person who doesn't get freedom to move around and watch Wimbledon matches, is he the one who's going to take care about the needs of a common man on the street? So let's not kid ourselves. Half of your members of parliament are anyway going to leave the party sooner or later. Okay, that's the state of affairs that you are in. Instead of pointing fingers at others as a common concerned citizen of New Delhi, let me tell you, please get your house in order. Please clean up the house because you promised all things which you couldn't deliver. So there was something which was fundamentally wrong. And you're doing the same mistake even in Punjab. And I'm telling you, you're losing grip on the state of Punjab and you're not trying to course correct. Good for you. I'm not giving you any advices here. But let me tell you, the state of affairs of Aam Aadmi Party is for them to analyze and course correct. Given that the parliament is about to start, I don't see any opposition unity. However, Rahul Gandhi would continue to parrot the agenda of China and will continue to parrot the agenda of Donald Trump in the parliament, and we will see where it ends up.
Okay, yes, we will see how this moves forward. We'll leave it there. Tomorrow is when the monsoon session begins. Hopefully, we will see a cracker of a debate on several issues that the opposition is demanding if they stand united, that is. But thanks very much to Advocate Anmol Pawar. Of course, Shehzad, Nikhil and Rajat, you stay with me for debate number 2. Right now, viewers, it's time for a short break. News and updates will continue. On the other side, we have debate number 2, where Rahul Gandhi has spoken the language of China.